Yacht A Aquarius. Welcome to Navajo Sage Weaver Tarot's channel. Welcome, Aquarius. This message is for the collective of Aquarius. Aquarius, I hope this message helps you. I hope you resonate with it, and I hope it guides you and inspires you in any way. And just want to say thank you for liking and subscribing. Also, anything that you want to know what decks that I'm using will be linked down below in the description box. And so I'm going to get into your reading, Aquarius. We're going to start off by shaking the gourd to move any stagnation energy. All right, Aquarius. We're going to start off and see what the crystal energy, what the energy wants to share with you, and um, their frequency, their healing aspects, and we have calcite. So maybe you have calcite. It is for visions, passion, and positivity. So maybe you should hold, see, and look up what calcite can help you. But the energy of the crystal calcite wanted to come into your message today. All right. So Aquarius. Let's see what the animal spirit, what they want to share with you today. And we have cow. So you might see, hear, or come across a cow, and it says, give unconditional love and grace. And then I'm going to pull an essential oil card and see what oil smell might help you at this time, what energy wants to come in. Germ, uh, Germana, Geranimum, um, and we have a sense of oneness and love. I am guided by the light of my heart and soul. I see every more clearly, and that everything is as it is meant to be. So it helps with the root chakra, the solar plexus, the heart, and the throat chakra. The aspect is love, self-love, friendship, unity, freedom from judgment, protection from evil spirits, sense of security, beauty, inner child, access to imagination, balancing hormone levels, and insect repellent. So maybe you will smell, see, or come across this energy. All right. I'm going to pull uh, t- two aspiration, two messages that Spirit wants to share with you. And we have freedom, and we have death. So freedom, it says, possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. And death. I am learning that in endings are merely beginnings. All right. I'm going to pull a couple more messages that Spirit wants to share with you, whether it's through a sign, synchronicity, a symbol, a spirit message. We have, all right, one card from Spirit for Aquarius, a sign, symbol. And we have flow. Mhm. And let's get a past life message with our past life, what they want to share with us at this time. may resonate with you. One card. And we have War, Warrior, um, Conscripted, Visitor, Rama. And we have the symbol flow. So you might see or come across that symbol. We have Water Your Garden, which is flow. Nourish Body Care. Talked about trauma there. Tenderness and rest. So, and then we'll see what other two messages Spirit wants to share with you from the shamanic energy. And we have West, Purge, and Lower World, Pass. So maybe Spirit's asking you to have, you know, purge, right? Um, and this energy of death, right? Having freedom will allow flow to come into your life in some way. Uh, West is the opposite of the beginning, right? Sunset. Um, so asking spirit guides to help you, right? Letting go of an ending, coming, uh, allowing a death, letting the past flow, and learning how to have unconditional love for it, right? Because sometimes it's hard because our past life said maybe there we had a warrior, maybe you're a deserter, trauma, conscripted, you know, nourishing body care, tenderness. Maybe we were rough on our bodies, you never know sometimes how we are, right? I'm going to see what the overall energy here is and get some tarot cards. So we have 65 and the tree Linus. And so this is, kind of energy of tidying up things, tidying up loose ends, right? Getting it right. This energy is you're gonna get it right. You're gonna get it right the first time, right, Aquarius? So you don't have to do it again, or maybe wanting to delay something, Um, maybe we don't want to purge, right? Maybe things are changing for us, right? Our situation. And so it's creating this delay, like we don't want things to change sometimes, right? And then we'll see what the surrounding energy is for Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. So what you're going through right now at this moment, at this time, is the King of Pentacles in reverse. So maybe feeling going through some selfishness, right? Um, because sometimes, when we when we have a situation and it's good and now it's changing, because you're working on yourself, you're doing something different, you're changing your energy in some way, whether it's exercising, going for a walk or, learning something. And so with this energy, there's some selfishness of like maybe not wanting to have that death, maybe wanting to have that delay, not wanting to purge, not wanting to let it go, and um because, it's bringing this energy of, also greed, you know. And that's okay because sometimes we have to go through that, right? We have to be a little selfish, when things change because it helps us know that we're going through something. It helps us know that, we exist on this earth and then as part of our emotions, our feelings and stuff. And then we learn how to do it in a way that becomes healthier, So maybe there's this thing, that you're learning about yourself. And so what you need to let go of is the Two of Wands here. So maybe letting go, always having to plan for the future, looking at, whatever you're trying to purge, maybe you're like spirits like telling you you're over here like thinking, looking at it in a way like, what can I do? How can I let it go? And then the other self is like, do I want to let it go? So it's causing conflict, it's causing delays, it's causing, you know, um, causing, selfishness, but in a way that's teaching you, right? Because when you let that go, when you let that indecision go, right? um, and become free and allowing the death energy come in and stop delaying it, right? And allow the flow to come, then um, the energy that you want to focus on is the will energy here, which is the wheel of fortune, right? Learning the cycles, what the cycles are, on how they're presented in your life, in your environment, how it changes you, because you want to know, you want to be aware, you want to be present, you want to understand and adapt and learn how to adapt to the cycles, because um they change, they change throughout your life, as you can see, this entity right here is carrying, the world, this globe on its back. And so, so maybe there's, some things, that you're needing to reflect on. And then when you focus on that, your higher self is telling you this Three of Wands here, like there's, uh, um, telling you to rehearse, right? You know, um, telling you to talk to yourself, um, the so you're trying to find a way to prepare, right? Your higher self is telling you to prepare, not just you know, make any decision because it's part of who you are, it's just going to change your whole cycle. And then um with this energy here, you want to get it right. You want to you know, you want to tidy up, right? You want to tidy up any loose ends, so you can complete your cycle, so you can move forward. All right, Aquarius, we'll see what the spirit wants to share with you at the end of this message here. And they want to share harmony. I open myself to divine. Begin with me. I am the image of Creator, thus I have the power to bring light into my life. I turn my darkness in me into something beautiful. In the absence of resentment, anger of doubt, I find harmony. All right, Aquarius, I'm going to say that is your message, and I just want to say thank you for allowing me to do your message. And I want to say, Hojonaskli, 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 Hojonaskli. Yeah.